True to form, the Creative Assembly releases a new patch and they don't even tell you what's in the patch. The patch notes are bare bones and not representative of what's in the game. And that's what me and Obelix are here for. We're going to be exposing the things that have been left out, but that are very important for Attila. One of the things being Athar's Chosen. They have had a health reduction. Now their health is 150, it used to be 200. Very important. That means that the housecarls, let's just pause it, we don't need to pause it, but the housecarls have 56 melee damage, 20 attack against infantry, 87 charge. That means they now have the ability to one-shot an Athar's Chosen. Very, very important. So, let's see, 107, whereas they before couldn't one-shot Athar's Chosen, now they most certainly can. And it's going to be even better for infantry units that have precursors. So the Athar's Chosen have been nerfed. Maybe the Creative Assembly was so embarrassed they didn't even want to mention the Athar's Chosen in the patch notes. But here it is. Let's just see what happens. I have a feeling the housecarls are going to absolutely devastate the Athar's Chosen. Here comes the charge. Synchronized head stab is still in. However, the Athar's Chosen get positively wrecked, even when using Frenzied Charge. So about half the housecarl unit remaining. That's the last guy going down just before he head stabs a housecarl. He's dead. So the housecarls celebrating. They are right to do so. They managed to beat the Athar's Chosen with 60 men remaining. So, since the housecarls manages to beat the Athar's Chosen, we already know the Royal Housecarls are going to be able to beat the Athar's Chosen with their 90 charge bonus. No problem there. But let's see if they do significantly better. Synchronized head stab. The Royal Housecarls drop insanely fast, but then the lack of 50 health of the Athar's Chosen means that the Athar's Chosen, they won't break with their Frenzy Charge, but 70 Royal Housecarls remaining, about 10 more. Decent performance there by the Royal Housecarls. There's still an Athar's Chosen in here somewhere fighting. But this is what's interesting to me. The much cheaper Nordic Axe Warriors. How do the much cheaper Nordic Axe Warriors do? Because they will not be able to one-shot the Athar's Chosen by charge bonus and weapon damage alone. However, they do have their precursors. And when you factor in the precursor damage, they most certainly can one-shot the Athar's Chosen. Depends on how many missiles hit. So let's just put it in slow motion here to see how the missiles hit. And the Athars drop. 10 Athars dead on the charge. That might prove significant for how the rest of the fight goes on. But the Nordic Axe Warriors, 80 men remaining. Athar's Chosen, 38 men remaining. Winning slightly on the charge there. But then they get massacred. So the Nordic Axe Warriors do slightly worse, ever so slightly worse than the housecarls, but they are celebrating as well, so nicely done, guys. You are right to celebrate. Good to see that the atrocious Athar's Chosen were changed. Let's be honest here, a little too late, and still, CA please, strength and honor.